Hello and welcome to the channel. President Bola Tinubu has directed the National Economic Council (NEC), led by the Vice President Shettima, to start work immediately on palliatives to help cushion the effect of subsidy removal. Talk details in a bit. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. Subsidy removal. Tinubu directs NEC to work on palliatives. President Bola Tinubu has directed the National Economic Council (NEC), led by Vice President Shettima, to begin the process of working on interventions to ameliorate the impact of subsidy removal on the people. The President's directive came on a day governors of the 36 states of the Federation threw their weight behind the removal of petrol subsidy. This is even as major oil marketers yesterday donated 100 mass transit buses worth 10 billion naira to the federal government to cushion the effect of subsidy removal. The governor of Ogun State, Dapo Abiodun, stated this after leading some major oil marketers on a courtesy call on President Tinubu at the presidential villa, Abuja, yesterday. Briefing State House correspondents after the courtesy visit, the governor said the marketers were in the presidential villa to express solidarity with the president for his bold decision to end subsidy payments. He noted that Tinubu's action showed his determination and courage to remove the hemorrhage that had bedeviled the country for decades. He said the country was spending about 4 trillion naira annually on subsidies, which should henceforth be taken to the Federation Account Allocation Committee (FAAC) for sharing among 3 tiers of government. The governor said while there would be some discomfort on the part of the people, the move would eventually pay off as there could be no gains without pain. Dame Winifred Akpani, chairman of DAPMAN, said the courtesy visit was to express the major oil marketers' utmost support to the federal government. She said they were aware of the difficulties the subsidy removal had created in the country, expressing optimism that it was going to reposition the country. Dame Akbani noted that Nigeria in the first 3 months of 2023 had spent over 2 trillion naira, adding that if it continued with the payment, the amount might spike to 7 trillion naira at the end of the year. She said through subsidy, Nigeria had been feeding our neighboring countries, adding that it could no longer subsidize fuel for African countries while its economy continued to bleed. The marketers announced their intention to donate 50 to 100 mass transit buses to help the success of the initiative, hoping that other well-meaning corporate bodies will do the same. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu on Wednesday met with members of the Nigeria Governors Forum, an assembly of the 36 state governors at the council chamber of the presidential villa, Abuja. Although Tinubu met with governors of his party last Friday, Wednesday's meeting is his first with all state governors across various parties. The meeting, which began at 12:36 p.m., had all governors in attendance except those of Kaduna, Katsina, Akwa Ibom, Cross River, Ekiti, Sokoto, Ondo, Borno, Yobe, Gombe, and Katsina states. However, the governors of Edo and Niger states were represented by their deputies. Vice President Shettima also attended the meeting. Also, the state governors on Wednesday expressed strong support for President Bola Tinubu's decision to end fuel subsidy payments in the country and other early policy initiatives of the administration. This was made known in a statement by the State House Director of Information, Abiodun Oladunjoye. The governors who took turns to speak when the president hosted members of the Nigerian Governors Forum (NGF), led by its chairman, Abdurrahman Abdulrazak of Kwara State at the State House, expressed happiness with the president's subsidy removal decision, all-inclusive leadership and statesmanship. They congratulated President Tinubu for tackling the fuel subsidy behemoth, promising to work with him to ameliorate the short-term impact of the decision. President Tinubu had earlier called on the governors to collaborate with the federal government in tackling the menace of poverty in the country, saying the level of impoverishment was unacceptable. The president advised the political leaders to downplay their differences and jointly focus on alleviating the sufferings and pains of the people. We can see the effects of poverty on the faces of our people. Poverty is not hereditary, it is from the society. Our position is to eliminate poverty. Set aside partisan politics. We are here to deliberate about Nigeria and nation building, he said. President Tinubu stated that the nation should be seen as one big family. We are a family occupying one house and sleeping in different rooms. If we see it that way and push forward, we will get our people out of poverty. A determined mind is a fertile ground for delivering on results, he added. The president said good governance will safeguard the future of democracy. Present in this room is our diversity in culture and politics, but we are one nation. The unity and stability of the country rest upon us. We are in a democracy and we have to nurture the democracy. It is a hard-earned system and not easy to manage. If anyone thinks it is easy, look at other nations who are over 100 years in democracy. We have managed ourselves very well to have a democracy. We have campaigned and arrived at our present destination. We must work for our people. President Tinubu told the governors while assuring them that he would maintain an open-door policy. The president said he was prepared to share ideas, strengthen institutions, and create bottom-up frameworks that will improve the livelihood of Nigerians. What do we do in the face of crushing poverty? What do we do with our development goals? We took the bull by the horns by removing the elephant in the room before the nation sinks. We need synergy to fight other vices like corruption. We are trying to get smugglers out of the way. How do we work together to galvanize the economy and put resources in place? We must think and perform. After removing subsidy, there must be savings accruing to the Federation account, he noted. President Tinubu said the education sector must be improved as part of efforts to reduce poverty and penury. How do we address the unacceptable level of poverty? How much are we investing in education, which is the only tool against poverty? I am ready to collaborate with you. Tinubu also drew attention to the security problems in some states, admonishing the governors that all efforts should be put in place to tackle the security situation without thinking it is only for those facing it. The chairman of the NGF and governor of Kwara State, Abdul Razak, thanked the president for the invitation to deliberate on the challenges of poverty and security, promising that the governors would support the federal government in meeting the targets of human development. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.